Hey there, my friends. I hope you are having a fantastic Monday moon day. We're in a waning crescent kind of moon phase, getting ready for that sweet, sweet creative new moon on Saturday. I really encourage you. It's International Women's Day, and nothing says woman like these cycles of the moon. It is one of the most just one of the most intimate relationships that you can have is to pay attention to moon cycles and, maybe align your manifestation with these moon cycles. Like I said, we're in a waning crescent right now. And then Saturday we have a new moon, which is actually the absence of a moon, but that's a very powerful moon phase to be in. So happy moon day. I've got a couple new journals to go in the shop. I am going to list these today. I am going to the post office tomorrow, which is Tuesday, March the 9th, okay? So if you want something quick, then I can get this to you tomorrow. I can mail these to you. So let's just take a look and let's, kind of talk about what a flow journal is. Also, I wanted to show you guys that I think I might be doing some of these Spirit Wands book bling to go into the shop, and I was thinking, that would look really kind of super cool on this book, but I've already done beaded spines on these. But, kind of chime in and let me know if you guys might be interested in seeing these either in the Etsy store or kind of exploring ways to get out of the third-party collector kind of scenario for my crafting. So, if you're interested, then private message me on here, and, we can talk about some book bling for you. First book is, I love this fabric. It's got kind of the paisley vibe going on. The colors are excellent. They really do speak to kind of the seasonality. We're going into spring, and they've got these luscious blues, almost turquoise colors, greens, just a sweet combination here. This is one of those books that has a rather large spine as well. This spine is 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches wide. We've got some very sweet bling on here. Supposedly these beads glow in the dark. Now I can't attest to that because I don't usually come up here when it's dark, so I don't know if they glow in the dark or not, but they do have just a sweet bead strand on them. What is a flow journal? We kind of talked about this the last time we looked at flow books or flow journals. Basically, a flow journal is a collection of interesting papers. If you are, and of course it's not just paper here, it is images, it's mini books, art trading cards, art trading coin blanks, fabric. You've got tons of fiber up here to play with as well. These are what we call hairy paper clips, so they're just... My friend Casey always says it looks like my books are going to some fantastic party because of the hairy paper clips. I think that's so sweet. So this book does have fabric in it, and most of them do in some way, shape, or form. So you've got images, cardstock. You might have old envelopes, old gift wrap, papers, vintage and new, photos, vintage and new, text pages. You'll have handmade items, embellishments. My personal art is sometimes in these books. You'll have 4 signatures, 8 pockets to play with. Bookmarks are in here, tags are in here. You'll see that some of the elements are put together with a paper clip. This is called a creative cluster. They're all things that go together. So let's say that you might be one of those folks where it would be fun to get up in the morning and just quickly do some art. You can do that with these books. A creative cluster is designed to give you that instant gratification of very quick art. This is one of the pieces that I did. It says Deja Vu, the feeling that you've heard this crap before. And I think we're kind of all in that stage right now. We're just tired of hearing about the crap. Speaking of the crap, my daughter-in-law now has the crap, and it's, yeah, well, you know, it just is what it is, and we're just wishing and hoping that she gets really well really soon. It's been a very challenging February. If you're at my Patreon site, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The clusters are similar colors or theme, shape, size. It's something that goes together. So very quick, very kind of instantaneous creations. And you can see that all of the colors, I really curate these books to make them super pretty, you guys, but also super functional. One book is a great lap book, a couch potato project. You can even use it as a bed book. You know, sometimes we get to kind of, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really get to be in the bed very much except for when I'm sleeping. But you know, if you've got a lazy day planned and you know, you maybe want to have some toast and tea in bed, this is a perfect little book, because all you need to work in this book is scissors and some sort of gluing kind of medium, you know, whether that, I'm super fond of a glue stick, so a lot of times I'm just using glue stick in my flow journal. I've done some painty pages, altered text pages from books. I am into this project. I love it. I have it on my desk all of the time. These altered text pages are becoming super precious to me, and I absolutely enjoy working on them so much. Flow journals is a concept that's based on Flow magazine. Flow magazine is based in the UK. And it's an interactive magazine publication with all kinds of images and papers that you can pull out and create with. Also, artist interviews, techniques. It's a beautiful, beautiful magazine. Kind of like Somerset Studios, you know, those Somerset Studios books. This is vintage dictionary pages, which I just dig. Flow journals are the brainchild of artist Rosemary Morris, and you can Google Rosemary and see all of her sites, all of her beautiful journals, all of her wonderful work. She is a remarkable artist. My flow journals are 4 signatures. They've got 8 pockets. Got cardstock, papers, magazine images, altered text pages, altered cards, vintage text pages, bookmarks, tags, embellishments, blah, 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 blah. This goes on and on and on. We talked about the hairy paper clips. Let's talk about things that you can do with a flow journal. One of the most fun things that you can do with a flow journal is just to let it be that special thing that gives you joy, makes you happy. You can resonate with the images, the colors, the magazine pages. It's also really fun to read. I try to include recipes in all of the books, because to me recipes speak of you know, a generational type of concept. And, you know, we've kind of lost that generational perspective. So, especially through the, you know, through the pandemic, the isolation of families, and, you know, not getting together as much as we once did, you can share pieces and parts of this book. My friend Jody took hers and she made tags for her artwork at her studio. I just thought that that was like a brilliant use of a flow journal. You can take out the signatures and work with things individually. You can use the creative clusters to make cards or to make postcards to send to your friends. Because these books are filled with makeable kind of art, it makes them wonderful if you just need a little something for a gift. You know, to give a neighbor, to give to the postman, to give to a family member. Great for happy mail elements as well. There are mini books in here, and the mini book is a perfect little warm-up or a cool down. It's like a mini journal. You know, sometimes a big journal is, it's just a little more, you know, it's like biting off more than you can chew. So a mini journal is a great way to, and because they're 3 by 3 and they're 20 pages long, it makes them very easy to complete. I think that a lot of times that's kind of it with art. I love the sense of completion. I admire people who can work on a piece for months on end, but I can't do that. I like quick, complete, you know, let me get to the end of this project kind of art things that don't take, you know, weeks to finish up. So let's look at, I love circles, and you know, we were just talking about the moon, so I thought that's a fun kind of segue, as we say in the radio business, to get into the next book. This one is about 4.5 inches wide, and the spine is, now I don't think this spine is quite as big. Yeah, this is a 2-inch spine. Beautiful little bead strand here. Of course, you know, if you wanted to add something to it, then you could do you some bling up here, do you some book bling. And I have been super partial lately, you guys, to working with blues and greens. I think that kind of harkens to the season. I'm watching my Lenten roses bloom. Chris came in the other day and he said, I think you're going to have daffodils soon. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I am the spring and summer girl, especially summer. Give me a 90-degree day and I'm the happiest person in the whole wide world. I love hot weather. Eventually it would be super neat to move somewhere where it was tropical, but I don't know if that'll happen, and I mean, I hope it does. You know, let's just leave it like that. I've got my fingers crossed. I'm getting into alignment about it. I'm getting into a peaceful place with it, you know, with the concept, with the dream, with the hope. You can also use these books, guys, as storage. So when you play with your creative cluster, you can store your creation in the pockets that are in the books. So a storage solution, right? It's also just a simplification of art. You don't have to get out a bunch of stuff. These are quick breads recipes. You don't have to get out a bunch of stuff. You can, like I said, it's portable. You can take it anywhere. This is one of my favorite things. This is one of my favorite quotes. Fun fact, I don't care. So there you go. Kind of the way that when I hear the la 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 la, it's like, I don't care. We are listening to Tibetan chakra music today. Doesn't it just make you want to breathe deep and focus on your heart? I'm going to give y'all a quick tip. The heart chakra is really important. Yoga with Adrienne has taught me to put my hand on my, just right at the bottom of my neck, you know, right where your bones are in your chest. It has been one of the most soothing things when I really just can't sleep at night. A lot of times I will use my hand and just put it on my chest, and it just eases my heart. I can't even explain it. It's been one of those wonderfully fascinating parts of a yoga practice. Mia loves my yoga mat. She really loves it, so I've had to figure out, I've had to kind of alter the way that I'm doing yoga, kind of getting it off the mat, because when I roll the mat out, Mia plops herself right down on it. And she, like I said, she just loves it. You've got cardstock to play with here. This is a great journal if you're on a minimalist journey. Look at that envelope. That one turned out so crazy good. And these are pieces that I've painted. Altered text pages. Vintage sewing magazine pages. This is from a vintage Vega. Vega, 1970. I want to say 71, but that seems a little early, but I think it's a 71. Did you ever have a Vega? What was your first car? My first car was a Mustang II that I shared with my uncle. With my artsy uncle, who passed away. So lots of sweet images for you to work with, cardstock, stamped images. These are chippy bits that I put in here. This is one that came out so well. I love the owl and the word grand. You can use that as a journal prompt. What is grand in your life? What are you wise about? If you see an owl, it reminds you to be wise and have wisdom and make good decisions. Napkins for collage. Beautiful imagery there. See how sweet these two colors go together? We have some kitty cat collage imagery for you to play with some clusters. I think this is from a vintage magazine. You can try that altered text page your very own self. Fun. So what do you have? You have a collection of things to art with. So many things to play with. Textures, colors, images, words, phrases. It's funny, isn't it? Because everything brings up a memory. Everything that you see triggers a memory. And whether that memory is good or bad, we are the only species that has that sort of recall. Have some graph paper. Isn't that sweet? There's the daffodils blooming. So exciting. And this is the end page here. I will get these in the shop a little later on, and I'll get them all photographed and in the Etsy store. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much for your kindness and your compliments, and I really love it when you guys talk to each other on this YouTube channel. That just makes my heart sing to watch y'all get to know each other. Makes me really happy. Have a great moon day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.